Hi, I'm Eli, your friendless friend, and welcome to one more video about card games. And you know, I really like card games, board games, and unfortunately, I don't really have friends around for me to play with them. So I have to make do with digital versions of good games that I have or that I have been presented to. And this is one of the games that was introduced to me by one of my friends, and it's called Cards and Castles. There are three editions available. Cards and Castles 1, Cards and Castles 2, and this is Cards and Castles Ultimate. This is going to be launched now in February, this month, at least if you're watching it when I publish this video. And it's actually a very interesting game. If you can have your fix of Magic the Gathering or other card games that are free to play, this one is going to be a good choice for you. Let's take a look because I've played a little bit with this build, so to speak, and please keep in mind that this is not the final version, so everything here is subject to change. When the publishers decide to publish their, it's not a book, I was going to say book, when they decide to publish their game, the final version may differ from this one. The basic thing that you have to know is that you play with a 30 card deck, usually, and those decks are comprised of one or two colors, meaning different factions in each, and each faction has a specific characteristic. Let's take a look at their platform here because it's very interesting for us to see. We have the cards, quests, the daily quests that we have in any free to play game, so you can get more experience and progress in the card track, which is this. It's a battle pass or mastery battle pass. It depends on the game that you are familiar with. And you get extra boosters with 5 cards, more in game currency. And as of this build here, because this is a test build, you don't really have any access to purchasing in app currency. You cannot really do that. You can open packs. You have here the shop as well. But the most important thing and the thing that you're going to be interacting with most of the time is the battle and campaign. Campaign is for a single player game, and battle is for multiplayer game, meaning you and another person. Let's go to battle. And you have two different ways to play. First, quick match, and you have casual and ranked. And surprisingly enough, even though this is a test build, I found a ranked match. I'm not sure if it was a bot, but I did find that, and I won by the skin of my teeth. I think that's the expression you have in English. I actually managed to win. And we have the practice matches as well. The practice matches are also part of the, let's say, tutorial because you have to fight against each one of the factions here, the classes, and you have those 5 decks here that are available to you when you get started. Let's play with the Zombies Rise, which is one of the very interesting combinations that we have. Zombies and the fire things, which are the warlocks, I guess. So let's choose to play against the Vikings. And then I'm going to show you the gameplay, and you see how simple this is. But it's very reminiscent of Faria and Hearthstone, if you have placed. So here's my starting hand, 3 cards. I have a Banshee, I have a Necromancer's Ethic, and a Banshee again. Banshees are good, but I don't need 2. I will need only 1. So, each turn you get 1 gold, and the gold is the currency that you can use of the mana. And every turn you get an additional mana. So let's play the Skeletal Warrior. And here you have the 2 bases. And you have other things on the board as well. The idea is you have to cast one of those spells and summon one of those creatures to protect your castle and attack the opponent's castle. And it's like 20 life points or hit points. It depends on the game you're familiar with. So each card has a skill, so to speak, or some effect. For example, the Skeletal Warrior here, if 2 units die in a single turn, no matter whose units those are, gain +2/+2 and only occurs once, because otherwise it would be too OP. So I can put them here, and I can move them immediately, but I cannot attack it. I cannot attack with it when I summon it. And you see here, there are some shields here, like those faded out shields. And it shows that when you have a creature in one of those places, it means that the enemy cannot attack your castle. They have to first clear the path and destroy all the creatures that are here. Let's move this guy over here. and then we can end our turn. It's very important for you to end your turn, otherwise you would be a bad person. Opponent plays now. Basically the same thing. Ooh. So, and you see here that they have different stats. So I have 2, 1. 2, the first number here in the stats thing, is the attack, and the second one is the health points. It's more like magic because when you attack with it, the life points replenish sometimes. And when you attack, you also get attacked at the same time. So because this thing here is 1, 1 and mine is 2, 1, mine will kill her and she will kill me at the same time. And let me see, I will play the Banshee here. And this beautiful thing is going to move around. And I have other options here. I have these loot boxes here that I can attack. When I do so, it means that I can make some, get some extra coins or get some benefits. In this case here, I summon a 2/2 Bear Hog. And I think I will actually try and summon a Bear Hog. Boom. Oh, and by the way, whoever opens the box, so to speak, gets the right to claim it. And I will end the turn. I like the music too. The soundtrack is really good. Oh no! I left my field open. I didn't pay attention to that. So this beautiful guy here is gonna, oops, is gonna move here. And this one is going to move and attack here. Boom. Because I really want this one. And I can actually move it here, but it cannot attack now. And I have a few things here. I can have this one. Do I have a skeleton? Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, this beautiful thing is going to protect my base. And I'll put it up here, and that's it. That's all I have to do for now. So you have a mix of strategy that you have to place your cards correctly. Take that, you evil woman. Take that, you evil thing. Okay, so 2 units died. That one got the the buff, actually, boof. It's my pronunciation. So you have a mix of strategy here because you have to place your cards, or you place your minions in the right place, in a good place actually. And you also have to take into consideration that your enemy, your opponent, will have their strategy as well. And let's see here. I have this card, Leather-Bound Books. When you play this, draw a card, so it's going to die and not make any change to my board. So I'll kill that one, and I'll attack here, and I will attack here too. And by the way, you can see here that I have those liberal graves here. Some cards allow me to interact with the graveyard. For example, Grave Tender. I can pay 5 coins or 5 mana to add a unit from my graveyard to my hand. I have other cards that also interact with that. And I have the Were-Rat here. I think I will go with the Were-Rat because this is more a presence on the board. And that's it. So you have here some keywords, and the keywords are in bold-faced letters. For example, this one says Chain Lightning. And there is a little information box that I have there, but I can click it with the right side, the right button of the mouse, and I can zoom it in. Chain Lightning. When attacking, additional damage jumps to nearby enemies. So, in that case, this one will attack... Let's do it like this. This one will attack this. Ow. This one will kill this one. And it will die, but in turn it will bring 2 new rats. And then I will attack this. Bam. And I have another skeletal warrior. I should have cast it before because 3 units died on this turn, in this turn, so it would be better. I can also cast the Grave Tender, so I can bring things back, and I can cast this one. When I have Surge, it means that I can pay a little bit more mana to activate an effect. And it's very well done. When I do that, for example, let me summon this. I'll click first, and then I'll have the options. Pay 2 and only have this with charge, meaning it can attack immediately, or pay 3, have it charge, and then I deal 3 to my castle and draw a spell card. I will draw a spell card because I want that. Boom. Ow! And then I still have one, and I'll cast this one. I will move this one here. This one is going to attack this here. And that's it. Pterodactyl. I like the art too. The art is really nice. It's cute without being stupid. It's interesting as well. The music really adds to the atmosphere. The only thing that I don't like so much is that there are some busted cards. You don't see them here now because I didn't draw as many. Bam. And then this beautiful thing is going to attack here. This one's going to attack here. You attack here, you attack here, you attack here. And then I will bring you back. I could have cast it before. And that's all for now. There are some cards that are busted. For example, when you don't have as much card draw, things can get really hectic. Okay. I don't know why they did that, but I'm gonna win this one. So let me finish this. For example, this one, destroy a unit. It's a mythic card, meaning there are different rarities in each deck, and some cards I can have only one copy, some cards I can have 2 copies. A mythic card I can have only 1 copy. There are some ways to recur those cards, not this one specifically that I know of, but the problem is it's too strong. Destroy a unit, no matter how big the unit is. For example, this one is 5/5. It should have some staying power, but I have this one. Boom! I can turn things around because I destroyed it. Very easy. And there is a card, a bird card. Let me finish this match here. Boom! Yay! I like this game. Is so cool. It's really light. Cards and Castles is a light game that you can play on your mobile, on your computer. I'm using the computer, by the way. And it's so easy on older hardware like mine. And I can review the match to see everything that I have seen here. I have a battle log, which is a great thing. I think only Hearthstone has one. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Also does have one. But Magic the Gathering Magic Arena doesn't have it, which I think is sorely missed. We really needed that. So you can see what cards were played, which ones were destroyed, what turns. So for example, this battle lasted 6 turns, or 12, like back and forth, back and forth. And it's a nice battle here too. So let me leave this here and show you the platform a little bit more. So I have the practice mode, which is really nice. I have the quick match for ranked and casual. Both are okay as well. I think I am actually matching against some bots because this is a test build, so they might not have as many players online at the times that I'm available in my time zone. But then you have campaign. And the campaign, you have the tasks here. This is not complete in this build because, again, it's a test build. But you have some things that you can do with your cards, with those campaigns if you like, or if you prefer a single player mode instead of a multiplayer. You have lobbies, which is, I think, one very interesting thing. I wasn't able to create a lobby and have a lobby running because I don't have as many friends who play card games, especially in English, because here in my country we speak actually another language. But you can create lobbies. And I am very much pleased to see that they have sealed deck lobbies and draft lobbies. So if you want to organize your own tournaments with your friends, or if you have a community that you want to get together and play, this is a very nice way to do so. So I can do here the draft. Lobby name is going to be test lobby. So anyone who sees this sees that it's a test lobby. You can add a password, but that's optional. And maximum number of players. For a draft game to fire off, you need at least 4 players. Max players is 8. and I can make it public or have friends only. When I create this, chan, 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 I'm not sure. Last night it was actually working. Maybe some players might even show up, and I get to show you a little bit how a draft event works. But here it says everyone picks a card, then passes their hand to the next player in the lobby. Once all cards have been picked, players build a deck from their card pile. It's not very clear yet, at least not from the notes that I've read, and I've read some notes last night, whether the draft event is going to be paid or if you have a phantom draft, meaning that you draft cards that you don't get to keep in your collection. If that's the case, it's even better because it's free. It's just fair that you don't get to keep the cards in your collection, right? So you have a way to communicate. It's not really a full-fledged chat, which I think is nice. And you have some emotes and ready-made phrases here. For example, I'll be back. And then I can put it here like AFK. Huh. And just saying, yeah, I'm going to be back. It's just that I have to go and get some water and things like that. You have battle rounds, and you get to wait for people to join you. Nobody really joined me, but as I said, this is a test build. It's not the final thing. I think the final product is going to look pretty much like this, but you see, it's important to be patient because these guys, they have experience with this game. I think the first one, the first Cards and Castles, is from 2013, I guess, 2014. It's an old game. It has some staying power, which is the nice thing. And I can actually leave the lobby and it's going to be undone, like this. I wanted a more colorful word, but it's not good to say those words like that. So you saw that I won a battle. I won yeah, it's a battle, a quick match. And then, I have progressed a little bit, but not so much. So I have claimed all the things that I could claim. I can check my quests. So I win 5 campaign or practice matches and get some experience. Win 10 campaign or practice matches. These are very reminiscent of Hearthstone's matches. I really want them to have something like, even if you lose, you get some experience. It's less punishing because when you lose, it doesn't feel nice if you don't get at least, yeah, I lost, but I was here, I was playing with other people, I was making the game feel alive. It would be good to have that. And we have the decks, as I said. And I want to show you here. I have those 5 decks because these are the 5 starting decks, I guess. At least those were the 5 decks that were given to me. And I think the one I played that has a very OP card is Northern Lords. And the card, let me see here, no. The card that I was thinking about is a bird card. Let me see, no, it's a blue bird card. No, I will not be able to find it, I guess. It was a very cheap bird. Snowy Owl, no. Colossal Growth, no. Thirst for Battle, no. I'm sorry. I hope you can wait a little bit. I remember this was one of the birds in this deck. Thirst for Battle, no. I will find it. But here's the thing. The card that I'm talking about, because I should have written its name down, but it was a card like this. I have this creature on the field. Then my opponent summons a card. When they play a card, if it's a creature, I get to draw a card. So if the card that I drew is a creature, I get to put it on the field without paying its cost. It's too OP. It's very easy to dominate the field, and nobody's going to be able to really get back from that. And it was a cheap bird as well, but I don't remember what deck I was playing with. because I was playing what I think it was the ranked match that I was testing. I hope they were on balance, which is nice. They have about 400 cards according to that description on their Steam page, and it's gonna be out now. I think the 27th of February. Just check the link down in the description here, and I probably they have a weekend of free testing here, and it's gonna be a free-to-play game. I'd much rather have a pay-to-play game, meaning a game that I can pay for a good amount, and then they give me the whole game and I decide what to do. It's much better. I think what Feria did with their game was good because at least it survived. It doesn't have as many players, but it's good because you can play 50, 60 hours by yourself. But anyway, give this game a chance because it's really good, and I hope you have fun with it. And if you didn't see Cards and Castles 2, try it before trying this one. They fixed a lot of things in this third game. And I have been Ellie, your friendless friend. I hope you have a good one today, and I will see you in the next game that we have, the game series here in this channel. See you soon. Bye.